Welcome back to Foothills Firewood, guys. My name's Britt, and today we're going to introduce green wood sails at the bundle stand. Let's get it. Welcome back, guys. If this is your first time being here, I really appreciate you being here. If you have been here before and you're returning, then thank you guys again for spending time with me today. As you can see behind me, spring has sprung. We're finally starting to get the yard in a good spot out there. And I don't know if you guys can see it. It's so much sun out here, I can't tell. The dogwoods are popping. So anybody that doesn't know, I am from North Carolina, and the dogwood is our state tree, and appropriately so. It is a beautiful tree. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit new, at least to me. We are going to be, and I say we because my wife has agreed to help me out a little bit. We're going to be splitting and loose tossing 4 totes. So it should be a cord. I think it's going to be north of a cord because we'll pile them pretty high. But we're going to be doing that to introduce self-service green wood at our bundle stand. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not where I'm trying to shift my business. It is just a market that I would like to take advantage of if the market exists in my area. And the only real way to know if it exists is to put it up there and see if it sells, because it is a self-serve bundle stand. And I do, generally speaking, sell bundles and a couple loose stacks out of there, but a lot of my wood is truckload deliveries. So I have always delivered seasoned wood. I've done custom orders for green firewood where people were like, you know, just cut it straight into the truck. I'll season it for next year if you'll do it a little cheaper. Or they just wanted what they call all-nighters, so they'll get a seasoned fire going and then they will feed it some, you know, wetter wood. They feel like it burns throughout the night in their wood stove. So I've definitely sold green wood before. I have no opposition to it whatsoever. I am extremely clear. So, you know, if that ever came back to me in a review or whatever, then that was just going to be a bad review no matter what, because the signage says green wood, asterisk, freshly split, you know, and at a reduced rate. It also says that it's perfect for outdoors, campfires, and fire pits, not to be burned inside. So it can't get any clearer than that. And I will also put a tote of kindling out there and let people grab kindling if they would like to, a couple handfuls of that just to kind of get them going. And I'll do that for the seasoned bundle wood. All my bundle wood and my stacks that go in the wood stand are fully seasoned. So 20% or less on those, but this is literally going to be split today and probably put up there within the next couple days. I'm going to let it sit out here in the sun for 5 or 6 days just to get that initial moisture out of the edges. I won't do this with oak or hickory or woods that really take a long time to season. It'll be more of your, you know, your mixed hardwoods like maple and things like that. Not to say that a week is going to be, you know, ready to burn those either, but you guys know, and if you don't, now you do, that you can burn maple a week off the stump way easier than you could burn things like oak. I mean, you're basically boiling water if you've got oak. Can you get the fire hot enough? Absolutely. But you definitely have to get it nice and hot. And again, you know, a lot of my clientele just have solo stoves or fire pits in their backyard, and this stuff will work perfect for them. To be honest with you, this is what I burn. You know, as a firewood guy, you kind of take the scraps. I have a tote of just scraps, and as I split, I throw into that tote. As soon as that tote is full, which could be a day or it could be a week, I take the tractor, haul it to my backyard by my fire pit, and that's exactly what we burn. So I know it can be done. I know there is value in it, especially if it's cheaper than what, you know, a truckload would be if you were to let it sit on my property. Nevertheless, we're going to split these 4 totes. I'm going to do a little repair on the bundle stand, and we'll see where the day takes us. All right, hopefully you guys can hear us because the Wolferidge oil cooler is on, but this is my beautiful wife, Leah, who was a huge help here today in the wood yard. Today actually might have been the very first time you have ever run the Wolferidge. What did you think?
I mean, definite learning curve, but it was good.
I think you did good enough. I think you did great. I always ask her when we're out here, like, do you want to pull the handles? She always prefers to load. Why is that?
I'm just faster that way.
I mean, I appreciate it for sure, but I hate to see you grabbing these huge rounds and I'm just over here pulling handles, but that's where she's comfortable. I'm definitely comfortable over there. Could not have done it without her. We've got 4 totes here. We're loose tossing these. Again, this is gonna be our first shot at selling some green wood in the bundle stand. What do you think about that, babe?
I'm here for it, whatever's going down.
My girl does not love the camera, but she is the absolute most supportive person that I know. So you guys might not see a ton of her, but she is in the background cheering me on. All right, guys, this is what we have. 1 cord, roughly, maybe a little north of that. I'm not really selling it in cordage, just sold by the tote. 4 totes of fresh split hardwoods. I am going to leave these right here for that evening sun to beam down and just wick away that initial moisture from the first split. Probably within the next 5 or 6 days, I will start hauling these up to the roadside stand up there, and we'll see how they do. So this is my bundle stand up here. Couple of my YouTube stickers here, a couple QR codes for Venmo, the pricing. Nothing about this is professional. These are just laminated pieces of paper that I printed out. Anyway, I was bringing some logs down the driveway, and my opening here on either side, because of these trees, is probably about 20 feet. And I had some pretty long logs, probably 21, 22 feet on the forks of the tractor, the rear forks. So I was trying to watch where I was coming. Anyway, long story short, I clipped the side of my stand here and started pushing, and you guys can see the damage it caused here. So this rear leg needs to be fixed, and that's just what we're gonna do. Alright, so I think what we do is we take out this busted piece here, just put a brace there, see if we can recover the screws here. One of these is a timber lock, so these are kind of pricey. Where is it at? I don't know how people live without the breast pocket. Shout out to Carhartt. Y'all need to sponsor me. All right, legs out. Let's see if we can brace it. All right, there's one. Two. That should give us a decent corner. We'll button it up a bit more here. Doesn't get much better than that. I'll just zip a couple in from the top here, but that timber lock's gonna be doing the majority of all the heavy lifting here. I will just come back up here and buzz this little corner off, but we're back in business. Let's get her back down. All right, guys, we got it all squared away. I just need to come over here and nip that little excess off. Off camera, I cut a couple of little locust wedges to steady it out. I generally burn for fun the excess cookies when I'm cutting, or I will give them to a couple friends of mine that have boilers. They are usually the ones who burn the majority of the excess. However, when I get black locust, I always keep those cookies. A lot of you guys might have seen them kind of stacked behind my splitter in some of the videos. I keep them there until I need them, and that is a prime example of why I might need them. I can cut little wedges or cookies out, and here's one right here, right off the side of the driveway. I use that for my trailer. Those things are perfect for non-treated ground contact wood. They will not go bad. Those cookies will sit underneath that wood stand long after that wood stand is gone. So that is one species that I always keep. You can do the same with white oak, but locust is exponentially better than anything that we have access to in regards to rot resistance. So got it done. All right, y'all, thank y'all for spending some time with me today. My wife just went to pick the kids up. We've got a doubleheader tonight. We have jiu-jitsu and baseball, as well as gymnastics for my daughter. So life's about to get hectic for the next 4 or 5 hours. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I appreciate all the likes, the comments, the subscribes and shares. And until next time, we're out here having fun. Thanks for watching.